During our research and production stages of our teaser trailer, we understood that it was vital to gather feedback from our target audience about what they expected from a film of the thriller genre. We found that many favoured a fast-paced teaser trailer and preferred to have little of the storyline revealed. We decided to include the romance genre at the beginning of the teaser trailer to deceive the audience and also create a dramatic plot twist for when the thriller genre is introduced. Throughout the production stages of our teaser trailer, we made many significant changes in response to teacher feedback. The main feedback we received was that the footage we filmed for our dead girl did not look realistic enough and her makeup was not picked up clearly on the lens we used. Also, they highlighted that the shots we filmed of our dead girl were less creative and very shaky. Considering all the feedback we received, our group refilmed the crime scene and improved our dead girl's makeup. We made it look darker and gave her more bruises on her face as well as her body. We created holes in her tights and dirtied her top to make her look as realistic as possible as a dead girl. The camera shots we took were also a lot closer and vivid of our dead girl. The purpose of this was to also shock the audience more, as this part of our teaser trailer helps pursue the thriller section of our film. As we finished our teaser trailer slightly early, we were privileged to receive feedback from an assistant editor called Ronnie Howard. She gave us written feedback on a couple of things we could do to improve our teaser trailer and make it more professional. The first piece of advice was to add a letterbox on a teaser trailer to give it a cinematic effect. When we tried to incorporate it onto our trailer, we found that it often cut off big parts of the characters' faces. If we had planned to use the letterbox feature, we would have been better off filming from a distance so that we didn't have this issue. Therefore, we decided to not incorporate it in our teaser trailer. She also suggested to use a software called Magic Bullet Looks to filter the colour of our teaser trailer slightly. Although there was a watermark on our video as the software was a free trial version, we decided to not use the filters as we thought the filters didn't suit our trailer.
Instead of reading love stories, why don't you go find yourself a love life?
The soundtrack's really good.
I like the soundtrack. It actually suits it.
The soundtrack is really nice.
There's loads of good cuts in it.
There's good focus in this.
It's going okay, I guess.
I like the lighting here. The focus is really good.
Sources at New Diora have disclosed that she's been using
Green screen's good.
Happen. Her body was discovered.
And that sudden change in music, I like that.
That's a really good effect.
There's good use of sound effects.
Good camera angles.
Okay, turn of events.
Just got really intense. Really good facial expression.
Echo's really good.
Oh, I like that shot.
Yeah, I like that scene where he puts hands on top.
I like the text that comes in.
It sounds nice. I like the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is like literally amazing as soon as it kicks in.
It's really good. I think the pace of your trailer is really good. Like a thriller-ish drama kind of genre.
Thriller. Because it sort of follows that trend and convention of starting off slow and happy, and then suddenly it sort of just changes and goes just like that. Turns really dark and just twisted. Yeah, no pun intended.
I would say it's like a thriller. Obviously at the beginning you'd think it's a love story, but it's like a plot twist, you can see that. And it just makes it really interesting.
Definitely a thriller. I saw a bit of romance as well.
Like The Roommate?
Yeah.
Like that film. Yeah.
The Boy Next Door. That reminds me of that.
It reminds me of The Obsessed.
It reminds me of films like Obsessed, Fatal Attraction, Boy Next Door, stuff like that.
No. I don't think I was, because you'd think like everything's happy. You'd think something would happen, but not as drastic as
I couldn't. At first, I thought it was just like a rom-com, and then all of a sudden, with the name of the title like that, you expect something to happen. And yeah, as soon as the music the soundtrack drops, yeah, it's awesome.
It's really good. Like I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I just thought it was gonna be like a romantic kind of story to the trailer, but it's actually really good because it's a plot twist.
No, I wasn't. I was really shocked. Like when it started, the Kelp out deal aura spit really shocked me and stuff. that was really good acting as well. It worked really nicely.
Oh, definitely. I would that one, yeah. Because it just seemed really professional. Camera, the cinematography was awesome, the lighting was awesome, performances were good. I can't really fault it, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah, I would.
Why?
Because I liked how the story, it had like a drastic turn of events during the middle, and it worked. The pace was really good with like cuts and shots, and the soundtrack went really well with it. Like the songs suited what was happening and everything. Really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Because it looks interesting. I want to know what happens to her in it. If she even survives.
Definitely. I was gonna end with that. I was gonna say that when I said coming soon, I was definitely. It makes me persuaded to watch it because it was really good.
As you have seen, the feedback we have received has been quite positive. Many complimented our use of sound effects like the echoes and the soundtrack we used for both halves of our teaser trailer. Our audience who watched the teaser trailer correctly answered the genre question, as they all labelled our teaser trailer to be part of the thriller genre. Few also said our trailer had the subgenre romance because of the romantic element displayed in the first half of our teaser trailer. This indicates our teaser trailer was successful in using the typical thriller conventions to sell itself as a thriller movie. I also conducted a questionnaire with a separate focus group asking them what aspects they would change in our trailer if they could. 2 people suggested the volume could be altered slightly, as at times our voiceover was quieter than the soundtrack, causing a dramatic increase or decrease in volume depending on the scene. Another person also suggested that perhaps our performance from our actors could be better, so if we were to improve our teaser trailer, we would improve the performance skills displayed by the actors.
For this practical, we have used a variety of different media technologies in order for us to achieve the best teaser trailer, magazine cover, and film poster. Research was a vital stage as it helped us to understand the different genres and their conventions. This then helped us to come up with an idea of what our storyline will be. The first thing we did was find at least 5 teaser trailers that were somewhat similar to our genre and our storyline. We also watched previous A2 teaser trailers to understand the expectations that have to be met. YouTube was the most important social platform we used to do this research. By just searching a specific genre such as thriller movie, thousands of results were displayed on the screen, allowing us to discover various films and to understand the typical conventions of our chosen genre. To gather all our thorough research and detailed analysis, we used Weebly as an online portfolio to display and organize all the work we did and also to track our progress. Furthermore, we also created a questionnaire on SurveyMonkey which involved questions to do with our target audience and what their expectations of a good teaser trailer are. Our aim was to get as much feedback as we can in order to create a teaser trailer that would meet our target audience's expectations. We distributed this survey by sending a link through WhatsApp to everyone we know. After receiving a fair amount of results, we then created charts to compare answers. The planning of our teaser trailer took quite a while. We had to consider characters, locations, and props. For the date scenes, we wanted to find locations that did not look too familiar. Therefore, we used Google Maps to find places that weren't too far, but were ideal for us to shoot in. As our teaser trailer revolves around a dating app, we used the App Store to find dating apps that were safe and easy to use. We came across an app called Happen that shows people that you have crossed paths with and could possibly match with too. We also created a storyboard to get a visual idea of what each scene would look like. We came across Celtex, where we can create a script for our teaser trailer. For the construction of our teaser trailer and our ancillary text, I used the Nikon D3200 to record our footage and 2 different lenses. The first lens was the 50mm lens that we used the most. The reason I chose to use this lens was because of its great depth of field. Compared to the standard 18 to 55mm lens, the focus was a lot better and picked up every detail, making the shots look a lot more professional too. The lens was also great at picking up lighting, and we did not have too much trouble with overexposed or dark lighting. However, as it is a prime lens, I wasn't able to zoom out of certain shots, meaning that I had to use the 18 to 55mm lens for the scenes that were taken in a tight space and also shots that required wide shots. I kept my camera on manual mode so that I could adjust the aperture depending on the lighting. Furthermore, I manually focused the lens as I felt that I was more in control of when the focus needs to be changed. For example, we have a few focus pulls in our teaser trailer which were done through manual focus. The most important software we used was Final Cut Pro. This was where we added all our clips together and edited them to get our final product. Final Cut Pro allowed us to add titles in between clips and transitions, for example the fades and flashes between one scene to another. To ensure continuity, we used the blade tool often to cut each clip at the right parts. In addition, we used various soundtracks and sound effects throughout the teaser trailer. We couldn't stick to the same soundtrack as the mood dramatically changes, therefore it was vital that we found suitable songs to go with the teaser trailer. You can notice how the first half of the teaser trailer is a lot more joyful and slow paced, which goes along with the chosen track. However, the second half of the teaser trailer is a lot more tense and fast-paced. Therefore, we chose a song that had a faster beat to include these quick cuts. Sound effects were also important and something we had to consider. For example, there's a car scene where the character closes the door and the protagonist drops her earring on the floor. As the camera did not pick up these sounds, we found sound effects that matched the scene and added it in, as this helped to make it a lot more obvious to what was happening for the audience. The main source for finding these soundtracks and sound effects was on YouTube, which we then converted to an MP3 file using the online converter. Final Cut Pro was also useful for changing the lighting for the different scenes. For example, where the flashes of the dead body are shown, we slightly desaturated and reduced the brightness of the clips to create a gloomy effect. This way the dead body looked a lot more realistic. Another useful tool on Final Cut Pro was the stabilizing tool. Some clips, especially the close-up shots, were quite shaky. Therefore, this stabilizing tool helped to get rid of the shakiness and made it look a lot more professional. To record voiceovers, we used an iPhone as it picked up the narration well and clear enough to add in our teaser trailer. We were fortunate enough to receive a detailed review from a real assistant editor. However, to make it look more professional, she suggested us to use a software called Magic Bullet Looks, which has many filters that we could use to create a cinematic effect. Photoshop was a program we used to edit our ancillary text, as it had many tools and features that helped us achieve the type of magazine cover and poster we wanted. Photoshop allowed us to edit the various layers, add filters, adjust lighting, and also add text. Photoshop was also useful in the construction of our teaser trailer, as we created a fake ID on Photoshop. The last stage was the evaluation. For this, we were given 4 questions to do with the different parts of our project which we had to answer. One thing that was different to last year's AS evaluation was that this year we had to be a lot more creative with the way we present our answers. For example, the question about audience feedback, we decided to use the style of a popular YouTube channel, the Fine Brothers. The whole idea of this channel is to get people of different age groups to watch trending videos and news and to capture their reactions. Then there is a question time where people can share their thoughts and opinions. We felt that this was the best way to receive honest opinions about our teaser trailer from our target audience. For the filming of these reactions, we decided to do this in the green room so that we can add a bold background on Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro was the software we used to edit all our clips together. As our teaser trailer reflects today's digital age, we decided to use a FaceTime theme for the introduction of each question. We included the iPhone sounds when it connects to a FaceTime call and also added the spinning wheel, which were found on YouTube and Google Images. Again, we used Final Cut Pro to merge all these elements together. I used my Nikon D3200 again to take all the photos and then used Final Cut Pro to put all the images together to create the stop motion and animated effect.